pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I am a peacemaker. I pledge to recognize the good people do and make positive choices to help others to do the same. I will build peace at school, at home, and in my community every day.
Hi, it's Imani with the weather. For today, we will see bright and sunny skies with a high of 52 degrees. For your weekend, you can look forward to partly sunny skies and highs in the low 40s. For our all-in back-to-school Monday, it will be cloudy skies with a small chance of rain. Be sure to dress for the weather and make it a wonderful day.
We will have whole grain pizza bites, green beans, sliced peaches, and milk. You can look forward to the red chicken sandwich patty on Monday.
Tomorrow, Omar, Musla, and Fiona Perry have a birthday. Happy birthday to all of you!
Hi, I'm Bip with your fun fact of the day. We have all seen the moon in the night sky, but did you know that the moon always shows Earth the same face? That means we have never seen the backside of the moon. The moon has 8 phases. Even though the sun and the moon look like they are the same size in our sky, the moon is actually 400 times smaller than the sun. And finally, scientists believe that the moon was made 4.5 billion years ago when a big rock the size of Mars smashed into the Earth.
Hi, it's Olivia with our Good Human segment. So Bip told you a few cool facts about the moon. Talking about the moon made me think about Margaret Hamilton. Margaret Hamilton, who is now 82, created the term software engineering, and she was the computer scientist who led NASA's team of software engineers. She is most known for being the person who developed the onboard flight software for NASA's Apollo mission, those same missions that landed men on the moon. Her software skills were so successful that no software bugs were ever known to have happened during any manned Apollo mission. In 2016, President Obama awarded her the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
As you know, it's Women's History Month, the month in which America celebrates the contributions of women. This week, please enjoy an interview with Mrs. Adams' niece, Meghan Blair, who is a police officer with the Brooklyn Heights Police Department.
Hi, thank you for joining me. I appreciate you. Yeah. So I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about, we're in Women's History Month right now, and our school, Harrison Elementary, really celebrates Women's History Month, and we were looking for women that are in jobs that are typically male-dominated jobs, and we want to show that women can do those jobs too.
Makes sense.
So I'm going to introduce you. This is my cousin, I guess we can say, my cousin's daughter. This is Meghan Blair, and she is a police officer, and it's Brooklyn Heights, right?
Yeah.
Brooklyn Heights, okay. So she's going to talk to us today about her journey to becoming a police officer and, things about her job that she likes and her experiences. So if you can start by telling us kind of your journey to becoming a police officer. I mean, I know, but going to school, where you went to school, kind of how you became a police officer and how that came about.
Yeah. So I always knew I wanted to be a police officer. So that was just, my dad is a police officer and he helped me kind of with the journey. But I started at Kent State University with a major in criminal justice with a concentration in policing. Mm-hmm. And then I actually joined the military because I really wanted to serve more. And I got injured and got discharged from there. But then around the time I went back to school, a police academy was offering their academy for like open enrollment. You don't have to be a part of a police department in order to go. So I put myself through the police academy, and you have to take tests in order to be a police officer. So I kept taking tests and doing different types of physical agility tests to be a police officer. And then Brooklyn Heights, actually, they reached out to me and said they wanted to go further with the process. And that's a bunch of physicals, and I have to answer more questions. And so I got hired, thankfully, when I was in the police academy. So after I was done, I just got out, and now I'm on the road.
Very good. Okay, so you talked about the police academy. When you were in the police academy, were you, as far as the number of women versus men, I don't know if you know the exact numbers, but were you the only girl? Were there other girls? What did that look like as far as numbers?
Actually, there was 7 or 8 girls in the police academy, which is high for the police academy. And all of us got along. There was no issues. And even in the police academy, none of the instructors looked down on us as women, if that makes sense.
That's good.
They really helped us, and a lot of us honestly were better than the guys. I mean, I hate to say it, but
That's right. That's right. Now, like you said, there were 7 women opposed to about how many men?
Well, we had 24 in our class. Well, we started with 26 and ended with 24. So about 25% of the class was women.
Wow, that's awesome. That's good to hear. And now that you are a police officer in Brooklyn Heights, are you the only woman on their police force, or are there other women there as well?
No, I actually got hired with a female. Her name is Jacqueline, but we're both in training, and we're actually hiring another girl in the beginning of April. But before that, there wasn't any women for, I think, 10 years, maybe less.
Okay. In their police force. So you were kind of like the first girls.
Yeah,
kind of coming
for a
through.
while.
Okay. And so how does that make you feel? Do you feel like you've experienced any like unfairness as a police officer, as a woman in your, I know you said like in the police academy, it was actually really good. How about now? Was there anything different for you than the men?
It's a little different because at first, like with men, they don't have to walk on eggshells trying to figure out how to speak to each other. But as a woman, the males they didn't know how to talk to me until until they realized that I'm a police officer. I was in the military. Like, I get it. I understand. Like, now I'm friends with a lot of them. I hang out with a lot of them. We all have a really good working atmosphere.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. That's right. Excellent. So as a police officer now, what are your goals? Do you plan to advance further? Anything with school? Are there other classes you need to take? Where's your journey heading?
Well, every year we have annual trainings we have to do, like first aid. We have to have staff meetings every once in a while. We have it because of COVID, but other than that, I mean, my goal is to advance as far as I can. I'm in a fairly small department, so it might be difficult to advance, not because of my gender, but just because of the openings that there may be. But I plan to advance as much as possible. I can go to any school I want. In April, I'm going to a female officer school where it's only females, and they teach us kind of females on the job, because it's a little different interacting with the public, a male versus a female, especially with like if something happens and a woman is upset, it's easier for her to talk to a woman rather than a male.
Okay.
So they teach us that kind of stuff.
Oh, I did not even know that existed. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. Okay. Did you ever want to be anything other than a police officer? I know you said that kind of was your thought, but did you ever have any other thoughts of being something else before that?
Well, when I was a firefighter in the Army, I loved that. So I thought maybe that's what I wanted to do, but I always knew it was something with public service I wanted to do, no matter what.
No matter what. That's awesome. That is good, because I think of like when I talk to my son, Eric, well, you know Eric.
Of course.
I have to watch myself, because sometimes I'll say fireman or policeman.
Oh, yeah.
That's not the case, right? It's like,
I mean,
police officer.
That's been accepted for so long. I mean, I don't get offended by it. I'm a policeman. I'm a police officer. I mean, police woman kind of sounds a little weird, but I mean, if it's going that way, I mean, I'll accept it. I'm a woman.
Right. Absolutely. That's awesome. Another question one of my students had, because they knew I was going to be interviewing you, these are coming from kids, right?
Okay.
They wanted to know about your police car, first of all.
Okay,
what kind of car you drive and what's in it? So that's the first question from a student in 3rd grade.
Well, I drive a Ford Explorer, which is like the regular police car you usually see.
Okay.
In it, we have lights and sirens. So you click a button and the lights start going off. Then you click another button and the sirens go off. And we have a computer in the car so that we can interact with other officers in surrounding areas and like look up different types of information. And my favorite part is the sirens, of course. But besides the point, we also have a microphone to talk to dispatch, like if we get a call or something like that, to know where it's at, letting them know what's going on, stuff like that.
That's very cool. And another student, I believe it was Mia in my class, she wanted to know, are there police dogs where you work? And if so, just tell about that. If not, would you ever want a police dog?
So because of Brooklyn Heights' size, we don't have a police dog, but the surrounding areas do. Like Parma does, where my dad works. Parma has 4. We use them once in a while. If we need to look for something, we'll call the dogs out and they'll help us out. Like the mutual aid from different departments is unbelievable. It's great. So like everybody helps everybody.
Meaning like other cities help other cities?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's really nice. So a dog, maybe a canine from another city would come, you're saying, to help.
Yeah, and they're usually pretty quick because it's right down the road. Parma, we border Parma, so I mean, and that police department's like 5 minutes away.
Okay.
So the doggies will come help us out.
Right, absolutely. Really quick, going back to being in the military, what made you take that route? What made you decide to do that? Because that is also something that I'm glad to hear more girls are getting into, but, not even when I was in high school, it was all the boys, right?
Yeah,
so
it was.
Can you explain what got you thinking about doing that as well in your journey?
I always thought maybe, because my dad was in the Army too, and if you can't tell, I'm kind of walking in my dad's footsteps a little bit. But,
yes, you are. Good for you.
But he was in the military, and once I started school, I knew that I wasn't going to go active and be like a full-time soldier, but I could go do National Guard, which paid for my school. I could still come home and go to school. I could still live a life, but I'd go once a month and I'd go be in the military. And even with that, like the guys, they didn't really look down on us at all. But I think maybe 20 years ago they would have. But now I think because it's so accepted that women are going to be more introduced to these kind of roles, I feel like it's 100% more accepting than it was even 20 years ago.
Good. I'm glad you have had a very positive experience.
Yes, thankfully.
We were worried about you.
I know.
But we're happy. I'm happy that you had that experience. You said something about the military that I wanted to ask you about. That was it. So you're saying it helped pay for your school because, I think some of the kids at this age don't understand, college is very important. We talk about college, and that is a journey that they may choose to take, and that does cost money. But you're saying that the National Guard helped pay for your schooling?
Yeah, so the Army National Guard in Ohio pays 100% of your tuition for any state school you go to. So while I was in and I was doing courses, I got I think a semester fully paid for because I wasn't in after that, but I got a full semester paid for, 100% free, didn't have to worry about it. And I know, I'm not sure exactly the benefits, the extra benefits, but I know there's more to help out with room and board and food and stuff like that.
That's awesome. So they value the importance of education.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Very good. And really just one more question for me. What if you had a message? So this is preschool to 5th grade, right? Okay. That's what I'm dealing with. That's who I work with in the school. What message would you have for all, for girls, but also for all kids about, your journey and what you think, they should do? Because they're still young and they're still getting, they're not sure maybe what they want to do for a living yet, but they have ideas. But, what would be your advice to them growing up and what maybe worked for you?
Well, number one, I definitely would say don't let anybody tell you you can't do something. Because, I mean, I'm a small woman, and I'm still out there with the guys. Like, don't let anybody tell you you can't do something. Right. And then I would say find a good support system, because, I mean, you're my family. Like, my whole family is such a great support system. And friends are great support system. I mean, teachers, anybody that has your back and, like, will support you. Hang on to them. Don't let them, and even if they give you advice and you don't like it, maybe think about it a little bit, because I did that with my dad. I didn't listen a lot of the time, but I ended up listening, and I'm doing really, really well.
Right. Look at you now. We're so proud of you. You know that, though. Okay. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I really appreciate your time, and good luck to you, and thank you for all that you do for our communities as well.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Sure. Bye.
Bye.
Now it's time for our golden ticket winners. The winners are Fatma from Mrs. Brown, Kashi from Mrs. Day, Ben from Mrs. Allison, Iggy from Mrs. Cintron, and Nisreen from Mrs. Adams. Your teacher will get your treat for you.
Now for a joke to end our newscast. What goes up when the rain comes down? An umbrella. Ha ha ha.